Soon as you come over, it's over. I'ma lay you down right on my sofa. You drinking mimosas, 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 mimosas. Tell me why you want, tell me why you need. You got the mimosas and Hennessy. You love that OJ mixed with champagne. Make you feel a vibe you can't explain. She fuck with the mimosas.
What's up, Cam fam? It's Key, Kiera, or the Beauty Kameleon, whichever you prefer. And I'm back with another episode of Masks Mimosas. So today's episode is a story time. I'm gonna tell y'all a story about how my dumb ass got scammed out of $5,000. But first, we're gonna get into a mess that I got from my good sis, Leslie Cherie. I'll tag her. She started a Seamoss business where she's selling a whole bunch of different kinds of Seamoss for whatever your personal needs are. They are all used to build your immune system, but this one has turmeric in it, and she said it does wonders for the skin. You can follow her on Instagram at Vitalife. So today's mask is a Seamoss Tumeric Mask. So I'm just going to read some of the benefits. It fights off acne. It reduces dark circles, the appearance of stretch marks, and it soothes dry skin. It also has properties that are anti-allergy, anti-cancer, antifungal, antiviral. It heals wounds fast. It helps control blood sugar. It's an immunity booster. It improves digestion, improves memory, prevents tooth decay, prevents Alzheimer's disease, reduces arthritis symptoms, risk of heart disease, symptoms of depression, promotes a longer lifespan. It is a natural painkiller and it protects your lungs. Okay, turmeric. Well, she told me to put it on until it starts to dry, and then I'll start to see the cracking of it. So that's what I'll do. And then I'll make my mimosa, and then I'm going to tell y'all about how my ass got scammed out of $5,000. Terrible. Alright, turmeric. It's cold. It smells like the sea. See what this turmeric is talking about. Mask on. Fuck it, mask on. Okay. Ooh, I forgot about this popping situation. Okay. I know in my last episode it didn't pop, so I don't know what to expect. We have Andre Spumante today and Minute Maid Berry Punch. It's not my favorite. The berry punch isn't a strong juice, so I barely taste it. I mostly taste champagne. I'm starting to feel this dry already, so let me get into this story time. How did I get scammed out of $5,000? To this day, I'm still a little shitty about it, but it happened a couple of years ago, summer 2018. Yes, I joined this modeling group maybe in like December of 2017. We had this one makeup artist who was a part of the group as well because she did all of our makeup. She had been hitting me up for months to try to make money with her. Like, it's not a scam, it's not this, it's not this. And I get into a car accident. My damages came up to about $3,000 for my car to get fixed. I had my grandpa there to help me, of course. He's always there to save the day when I fuck up, but I just didn't really want to fully depend on him or anybody else because it was my mistake, my car accident. So anyways, she hits me up again around the time that I'm just going through it financially, and I feel like I was personally at a very weak moment, and I'm naive sometimes. I will wholeheartedly admit that. I tend to overlook red flags and things that really should be like, Kiera, are you fucking retarded? To, I guess, see the good in people or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, she hit me up and I finally gave in. Why did I do this? She made me meet her at this hotel, and it was her and maybe like 3, 4, 5 other girls and this guy who was like the leader, I would assume. I'm gonna put all of his information. She also explained that she had been doing it for months. And it makes sense because she had been asking me to do it for months. Me thinking, all right, well, she's been doing it for months and nothing has happened and she has been pressing me. All right, let me finally give in. So the guy explains it. He explains it as such. And again, I'm just retarded. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm just retarded sometimes. He explains that you will go to the store and open up a line of credit. I don't even think he explained it like this. I'm explaining it to you guys this way because I now understand what happened. But at the time when he was explaining it, I wasn't 100% clear on what was happening, but I still did it. So I don't know why. So he has me go to the Seamoss store, purchase a laptop. The laptop is being purchased with a line of credit, so I'm not coming out of pocket personally at this time. So take the laptop back to him. He gives me cash, about $400 of cash. Nothing. That's nothing but desperate time. So what he does is he goes into my Acima account and he pays off the line of credit right in front of you. He does it in front of you because he used some like debit cards or credit cards or whatever. So he shows you my account now says 0. I'm like, all right, cool. That was, pretty easy for a little $400. I would say maybe a couple weeks later, the account is still paid off. I'm chilling, my car's getting fixed, and my dumb ass does it again. But this time, I do it with my 2 roommates at the time. I get them involved because if I'm doing something that can benefit other people, I automatically just think of my friends. So I just hit them up on some, hey, I did this a couple weeks ago and it still seems to be okay. Y'all are free to do it too. Make a couple $100 here, whatever. So I take them to meet him. He gives me more money for referring my friends. They open up their line of credit, they make their money, we go about our day. Maybe like a day or 2 later, my account comes back to unpaid and it's now at a $5,000 balance. So I'm hitting him up like, hey, what's going on? Acima is now calling me. They have my information. I opened up a line of credit, so they have my phone number, my email, my name, maybe my social. I don't know how. Maybe I don't know if I needed to put that on there or not, but maybe. And that's retarded too. It's dumb. So they're calling me like, ma'am, those payments you made were faulty. So that's when I finally start realizing that, oh, this man is on some scamming shit. I don't know why I thought he was using his own money to pay off the line of credit. I don't know. In my head, I thought he paying off these laptops for about $5,000, but he gonna go sell them for like $12,000. I don't know. And the little piece of change he gotta give me, the little $400 ain't nothing, cause he about to make a profit. So I get it. But once I realized he was using stolen people's cards to pay off the credit, because people started calling Acima like, I didn't buy no laptop. So that happens. My account's open back up. So I automatically go to my friends that I got involved. Like, is your accounts still clear? Is they still paid off? Because my account is open back up and they trying to collect their money. So for some reason, when I took them to go do their transaction or whatever, he had them go to a different store or open up a line of credit with a different company. Like, I feel like it wasn't Acima, it was another company. And I think it was God, because maybe the next day that company shut down or something. Like, they called my friends, or my friends called them, and they said no, their accounts were not going to be affected by this decision for that company to shut down. At the end of the day, my friends didn't have to pay $5,000. So I was very thankful. I was so happy about that, because I would have personally felt like I owed them $5,000 each. I would have really felt like that would have been a burden on my heart, because I got them involved. Granted, just like I couldn't place the blame 100% on that girl that got me involved in it, because it was ultimately my decision to give in. I'm saying this to say it was my friend's decision to do it ultimately, but they trust me. So it was like, well, you know, why would Kiara get us involved in some bullshit? Exactly. I wasn't trying to get them involved in no bullshit, but I would have felt sick if their accounts came back and they now owe $5,000 as well. I had to pay off this $5,000 by a certain time. So I did the transaction in July, and I think I had until October to pay off the $5,000, or it was gonna go up to about $10,000. So anyways, I waited till maybe like, it was like 2 weeks before I had to pay off this line of credit to finally tell somebody, because I really was trying to figure out how I could fix it myself. But I ain't had $5,000. Mind you, me and my grandpa just paid $3,000 to get my car fixed. And now I have to come up with $5,000 because I did some dumb ass shit. So I called my dad, I told my mom about it, and they literally just said I was dumb. Like, I was being dumb. They didn't call me dumb, but in so many words, Kira, that's dumb. Dumb as shit. And I knew it was dumb, and I took it. It is what it is. Like, I'm going to take whatever anybody has to say about me if it's true. It's the truth. I was being young and stupid. So anyways, they couldn't help me. They going through their own financial situations. I'm grown at this point. I've already just turned 26. So I'm old enough to not be getting scammed by little girls. I didn't even tell y'all how old the makeup artist was. The makeup artist that got me involved was 21. She was a child at the time. Yes, I think 21 is a child. Look, I was 26. I feel this mask like cracking, and it kind of hurts to keep talking to y'all, but I'm gonna try to finish this story. I wound up telling my grandpa. He was so disappointed in me. My grandpa told me, I'll give you this $5,000 to pay off this debt, but you gonna pay me back. I said, all right, grandpa, I got you. I got you in January of the following year, because that's when I get my refund check from school. I was in grad school at this time. So my grandpa sent me the $5,000. No, he actually sent me $4,000. He sent me $4,000, and I had to come up with $1,000. Paid it off. Fast forward to January of the following year, I get my refund check, and I finally paid my grandpa off. So that's how I lost $5,000. Because so then, fast forward a few months later, I wound up dropping out of the modeling group because I just was over it. I just felt like it didn't match me, and then on top of that, I had that drama with that girl because I felt like if I seen her, I was gonna fight her. Again, checking my own self, I didn't have to be naive and giving. The head model of the group actually hit me up like, hey, I got a section for whatever event, you trying to come? I had one of my friends with me, so I'm like, hey, you want to go out with us? Whatever. So we out, group. So every time they hit me up about doing something with them, since the event, I have had to ask them, like, is such and such going to be there? Because I don't like her. I don't want to see her. I'm still mad. So they're like, yeah, she is going to be there, but we're going to keep y'all apart. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not one of those ratchet girls that's just going to walk with somebody, pull their hair, throw a drink on them, none of that. You keep your distance, I'll keep my distance, and we, you know, we can be cool. But we're on separate sides of the section that we have. And I'm cool. I'm having a good time partying with my friend, and the girls in our area, she having a good time doing her thing. She somehow maneuvers her way over to the side that I'm on, and she's dancing and shit. So I go over to the head photographer of the group, like, yo, I already told y'all I can't be around her. When I see her, I get angry because, again, I lost $5,000 and I didn't get a computer out of this bullshit. I wouldn't have minded if I had the computer to show for it. So I go over to him and I'm like, yo, she was over there. Now she over here. Can you tell her before I tell her and I mess up the party? And I ain't trying to do that. He goes over to her, asks her to move away from me. She does, temporarily. Then she comes over to me, which I respect. I will say that I respect it because I am a confrontational person. So I can respect anybody who can be confrontational in a respectful way. You just gotta have the confidence to do it. So I respected it. I respected that she felt like, you know what, I need to say something, so I'm gonna say something. So she comes over to me. She gives me this long spiel story about how she's sorry that she got me involved and she didn't realize that he was doing all the scam stuff. And she explained how she was still in debt $10,000 at the time with the Seamoss company because she didn't pay it off. That's why I had to thank God that I got out the situation the way that I got out the situation. I was just thinking about how blessed I am to have a grandpa. He dug in my ass when I had to ask him for that money. But again, I took it. I was wrong, so I'm going to take it. It is what it is. I humbled myself, and I was appreciative that he came through to save me for making such a dumb decision. So this video is just to tell y'all, don't be like me. Don't be retarded like me. I would say I let life and the devil work. I let him work. One lesson that I got out of this that my dad stressed to me is that if it's easy money, it's probably illegal, or it's probably not legit. Another lesson to take from this is just to be mindful of people. Ask a lot of questions. Ask as many questions as you can possibly ask if you're curious about something that somebody's doing. And then if it seems sketchy, it probably is sketchy. It probably is sketchy. A lot of people don't get out of situations as easily as I did. I had a saving grace, but I could have possibly, I don't know, got jail time or something. I have no idea what that man was doing. Don't be naive like me. Be smart. I will say that my street smarts could always use some work. I'm from Philly, where you gotta have street smarts to survive. But I was raised as an only child by a single black female, and she kept me in the house. She didn't really let me go out in the streets and, I would say, develop street smarts. I had to learn from my own personal experiences in life. I would say that I was very sheltered and protected from a lot of things that could have had me more weary of sketchy ass people. Because that man was screaming sketch. Now that I'm out of it, I can see now that he was just not somebody you should be doing business with. You gotta go through life to understand life, and I think certain lessons that people have are for them. God said you ain't street smart. You need more lessons in the streets. Streets 101. Never trust
a scamming ass, broke ass, whack ass.
Let me go wash this off my face and tell y'all how I feel about it, because right now it kinda hurts. I washed off the mask and my face feels tight and firm. As a light-skinned girl, we have a lot of undertones that show through when our faces are irritated or dry or whatever. And apparently the turmeric is supposed to balance out all of our many undertones that we have. I also have recently been incorporating coconut oil into my facial regimen. Just a little bit goes a long way. Okay, that wraps up this episode of Masks Mimosas. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share, and drop a comment, because y'all have not dropped any comments. Drop a comment for any topics that you are curious to hear my take on. Tune in next time for another episode of Masks Mimosas. See y'all. Hold on, my boyfriend calling me.
My bad, you recording. I'm sorry. I had to text you, but I'm gonna see you next video. See you soon, baby.
See ya. You made me lose my train of thought. Oh. You calling me? Hello. Oh yeah, my review.